more than meets the eye. The Transformers are all dead.
What's the matter, Alfie boy? Humana, humana, humana. If Alice finds out I spent all the money, I'm a dead man.
Oh, Monty, I can't decide which to choose, door number 2 or what's behind the box.
Take your time. Mrs. Shockwave, you have 3 seconds.
We're 3 miles off the Oregon coast. Our correspondent, Charlene Wells, has a live report.
Brad, I've loved you ever since I saw you at my wedding.
Very illuminating. These humans are even more primitive than I thought.
A beautiful, crunching tackle on number 32, tailback Buddhist parsley.
I'm here with G.B. Blackrock, the flamboyant multimillionaire industrialist. Mr. Blackrock, this new oil drilling platform is said to have no equal. What can you tell us about it?
Oh no, I'm master of this household. I'm king of this castle.
Charlene, this rig is so revolutionary. They'll have to invent a new name for it. We can extract 50% more oil from the ground than any other operation we can. Refine it, dock tankers, land planes, do everything but pump gas into your car. But it's Josie Beller here who really deserves the credit.
Ms. Beller, you have been called a computer genius even though you're only a few years out of high school. What is your role in this?
It's true. I designed the secondary and tertiary oil recovery systems. The semi-automated defense system, the refinery's non-polluting digitized micro scrubbers, but I consider it all part of my job.
The conquest of this planet and enslavement of its people shall be a simple task. A simple task indeed. But I'll attend to those affairs later. Now I must see the rehabilitation of Decepticons. Thundercracker, Starscream, Ravage, Buzzsaw, and Laserbeak. All appears to be proceeding well. These life support systems are repairing the injuries they sustained while under the former leadership of Megatron. According to my calculations, he should just now be achieving a minimally conscious operating level, although his complete rehabilitation will require much more time.
The Transformers, the New Order.
Remind me to thank you when I get down from here, Shockwave. Meanwhile, resumption of my command must begin now. You don't seem to understand. These Autobots you see lying dead on the ground are there because I put them there. The Decepticons you see barely clinging to life are in that operating mode because of you. Until I intervened, Autobot victory over us was assured. The evidence says your leadership was faulty, Megatron. Logic says I must assume command of the Decepticons. You will explain now how you permitted our position to deteriorate so drastically, Megatron. As Commander, it is your right to demand anything of me. It is my privilege to oblige. As you know, on our home planet Cybertron, war raged for millennia. As the weak-willed, peace-loving Autobots tried to prevent us Decepticons from achieving supremacy so we could use our planet as a base to conquer other worlds. Then, we learned of a group of the mightiest Autobot warriors who had left on an expedition aboard the very spacecraft we're in now, the Ark, to clear a path through an asteroid belt threatening our planet. We Decepticons used our own craft to ambush that expedition, and although you stayed behind on our craft, Shockwave, our assault would have been successful had not the Autobot leader, Optimus Prime, crashed the Ark into a nearby planet. This planet, Earth. For 4 million years, we all lay dormant until the Ark was stirred by the rumblings of this Earth structure we're buried in. This volcano. The Ark repaired us, and we awoke to a world brimming with organic life and energy resources. We Decepticons took what is called a nuclear power plant and shaped it into our fortress, but we could not draw from it the energy we required. I compelled a human spark plug Witwicky to concoct a fuel for us, but unbeknown to me, he poisoned the fuel. As a result, in the midst of the battle with the Autobots, we fell. My last memory, before becoming non-functional, is seeing you, Shockwave, arrive and defeat the Autobots. By the Great Matrix, I will see that human reduced to carbon ash for his treachery. Your last statement exemplifies the flaw in your programming, Megatron. Petty vengeance on barely intelligent creatures has no place in our cause. Logic dictates there is no place for such emotionalism in a Decepticon commander, nor is there room for incompetence, for stealing energy facilities and not being able to use them, for being fooled by lower forms, for defeat. That is why I now command. Should you disagree, I will be forced to do to you what I do now to this fallen Autobot. Should logic so dictate? Talk, Shockwave. Talk while you still can.
Was it something I said? I just tried contacting the Autobots at the Ark via my internal radio, but no one answered. Despite your father's heroic efforts, I'm a bit concerned. I feel I should return immediately.
I'd better come along.
Out of the question. There's no telling what dangers may await us. I will go alone.
But the Ark is far away. Think of all the suspicions you'll arouse by driving all that distance without a human driver.
It must be some kind of trick, Mel. Right, Gus. A trick. It's only a trick. Unfortunately, your reasoning is sound, Buster. You can come along. Sometimes your thinking is equal to that of any robot I know.
I'm, flattered? Listen, I just have to run upstairs and say goodbye to Dad.
Of course, I understand.
I just hope Dad understands too.
Hello, Dad. How are you feeling? Fine, son. I finally convinced the doctors. I can't tune up a carburetor from a hospital bed.
They say I'll be heading home in just a couple more days. That's great, Dad. I'm going back to the Ark with Ratchet. He needs me. The Autobots need me. Son, listen to me. I know the Autobots are your friends. I realize how exciting they must seem to a kid whose father is only a grease monkey mechanic. But believe me, a civil war between giant alien robots is no place for a boy in high school. It's no place for you. Promise me, you'll just say your goodbyes and have nothing more to do with them. You're all I got, son. I promise, Dad. I promise. Back at the Ark.
The supreme arrogance of Shockwave to assume my command. No matter, for now, I grant him his folly. However, once I and my fellow Decepticons recover from our injuries, I'll see to it that he regrets ever returning to the ranks of the living.
Greetings, Megatron. My monitoring instruments show a 27.6% improvement in your operating capacity. Do your internal sensors correlate?
They do, Commander Shockwave.
Good. I'll require the services of every optimum functioning Decepticon to carry out my plan.
His plans? His plans! The very thought nearly overloads my cerebral circuitry. Commander Shockwave, you still haven't explained your presence here on Earth, nor your whereabouts for the last 4 million years.
Suffice it to say, I immediately followed the Ark to Earth after it crashed to investigate. I then became non-operational and stayed that way until recently. Revealing the precise circumstances that caused my shutdown might tempt you into trying to duplicate them. Thus, it would be illogical for me to divulge more details. Don't you agree?
Yes, Commander. But I won't stop trying to find out.
My advice to you, Megatron, is to concern yourself more with the present. As you can see, Skywarp, Rumble, Frenzy, and Soundwave, all now recovered after sustaining injuries while under your command, are nearly finished cleaning up the Autobot wrecks that still lie about. See that they are properly prepared, Soundwave.
Yes, Commander. Prepared for what?
To be used as spare parts, of course. They, along with their fallen comrades, will fulfill the maintenance needs of us Decepticons for a long time to come.
Ha! My arch foe! The mighty Optimus Prime reduced to a mere supply shed.
As always, you underestimate Optimus Prime, Megatron. Now, he will not be cut up into wires and microchips. His value is far greater to us if we keep him functional. For it is logical to assume that an Autobot of his stature contains within him the creation matrix.
By the divine weld! The creation matrix is the computer program that allows its possessor to construct new Transformer life. Its power is the stuff of legends.
It is said, once every 10 millennia, a new Autobot leader is chosen and encoded with the Matrix. I calculate with 99.7% certainty that before leaving Cybertron, Optimus Prime was the last such Autobot. And if he has the program, I mean to get it.
And do what with it?
The present 11 Decepticons are not sufficient to fulfill my plans. I will use the creation matrix to build more Decepticons, many more. And then we shall conquer this planet. I have been studying the Earthlings. They are weak, stupid. By every known measure, we are their superiors. Their planet's energy resources shall become ours, while they become our slaves. And the time to begin our reign is now.
Completing his transformation to his space gun mode, Shockwave leaves Mount St. Hilary and the Ark entombed within and jets off into the Oregon sky. Elsewhere. Remember, Ratchet, when those paramedics were rushing you to an emergency before it was okay to disregard the traffic laws? But now, you have to obey them.
I'll never understand these silly earthen customs. I can drive myself without anyone telling me.
Pay attention! We're coming to a red light! Now stop and wait for it to change.
Listen, friend traffic signal. We're in a hurry, so if you could please turn green.
It doesn't hear you, Ratchet. It's only a machine.
I'm a machine, and I hear you, Buster.
Yes, but you're different. You're... Ah, he's changed.
Thank you, friend traffic signal. May the rest of the day find you in proper working order.
I'll try to keep that in mind, Ratchet.
You see, Buster, you have to learn how to talk to people.
Some miles later.
There's Mount St. Hilary. Buster, what if something is wrong with the Autobots? What will I do then? I'm only a doctor. I'm not much of a warrior.
I'm sure it's just some technical foul-up, or something that's prevented you from making radio contact. After all, your leader is Optimus Prime. We both know how great he is. Nobody can beat Optimus. Nobody!
You're right, Buster. As long as Optimus Prime is in command, I have nothing to worry about. But let's stop here before the cave entrance, just to be on the safe side.
You're too paranoid, Ratchet. Just take a look for your... Uh-oh. Ratchet,
I can see too. My worst fears are realized. Before the cave entrance stand Frenzy and Rumble. The Decepticons have taken over the Ark. I may be the last Autobot alive. I must sneak by those Decepticon guards and get to the Ark. Find out what happened, even if I should die in the trying.
Ratchet, listen to me. You're a sure bet to attract the guards' attention, but they may not notice someone as small as me. Let me check things out first, and I'll report back to you right away.
Your reasoning surpasses mine again, Buster. I am forced to agree, but please, be careful.
Getting by those big brass baboons was easier than I thought. So far, so good. The Ark! I still can't get over how big it is. It could take me a whole day just to cover the whole ship.
But it's only minutes later when Buster discovers
the Autobots! They're just hanging there like slabs of beef! They all look dead! No. It can't be true. There must be some explanation. There must be. Wait a second. I didn't see Optimus in there. There's still Optimus. There has to be.
Buster, Buster, when ready.
Optimus!
Buster, when ready. Buster, when ready. You must help me. You are the Autobots' last hope.
To be continued. Next, Megatron versus Shockwave. To the death.